This time we're going to take a look at our OR circuit. So we're going to start with our electrical schematic of the OR circuit. So we need some type of a voltage source here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to have one push button 1 or 2. So let's go ahead and put our normally open 1 PB here. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in a parallel path right here. And I'm going to go 2 PB. So the flow can go the top route here if 1 PB is momentarily pressed, or the bottom if 2 PB is momentarily pressed. And that, once again, was going to turn on, I guess, a light. And we could put in some circuit protection like a fuse or a circuit breaker there. A fuse. And that would be the circuit. Now we're going to make ladder out of this. We would flatten it out once again. And whether it's a circuit breaker or fuse, this time I'll go L1 and then L2 for our rails. And remember, this is let's say this was 12 volts here. The potential difference between these rails right here, that's what that 12 volts represents. But if we came here, we would come with our circuit protection, and then we would have 1 PB or 2 PB. And that would turn on our light. Okay? So, now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and hook this up again. Okay, so we bring in our push buttons, and we're going to bring the meter in. The meter, once again, is going to act as the voltage source and as the load because it will beep. Okay? So, according to this, what we need to do is we need to go from, we don't have circuit protection here, so let's pretend that's not there. We would come from our voltage to our first push button. Sorry, the first thing I like to do is I always like to check to be sure I do have tone. Good. So voltage to my first push button. And I like to complete the first run completely. So then go from the other side of that push button and take it back to the load, which is the horn. So we bring this, let's bring it back to there. Okay, so now basically I have the first push button installed, and if I hit it, it is beeping. Now, to add the parallel, the easiest way to do that is to go ahead and stack your connections right on top of the push button on the left and the right. So according to that, I need to stack one here, and I need to stack one here. Okay, now where do these go? Well, they just go right to the next push button. So the left of the left to the left, and the right to the right. So there you go. That's what you would have for this. Now I want to go ahead and do my truth table. So I'll move this up again. My options for the truth table, once again, are we have 1 PB, 2 PB, and my horn. Well, neither one of them could be pushed. I could push the left but not the right. I could push the right but not the left. And I could push both of them. So right now, I'm not pushing either one of them, and sure enough, the horn is not on. So according to this, if I push one, if I push this left one here, I get a flow, 1, which would be along the top of the ladder. And if I push the second one here, I get tone. And if I push them both, I get tone. So that's what the OR and the truth table looks like using the push buttons and the multimeter.